Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are just joining me, my name is Nyla Boone and I love to travel the world. Today on Travel Tip Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about how to get the best pictures of yourself when you're on a solo trip. So a lot of my trips that I've gone on, I've gone in groups. I haven't actually gone on a solo trip before. However, I do find myself wandering off to places by myself when I am in these travel situations. And so I have to figure out how to take my own pictures. Also, sometimes when you travel with people, they just don't seem to get the vision right. So you still gotta take your own pictures, you know? And I say, if you want something done best, do it yourself. Tip number one, your iPhone will do just as well as any camera. I have an iPhone 8 right now. I've only had it for 2 years, so my trips before, oh, there's some red cardinals flying outside my window. Some trips before, like 2018, I had the iPhone 6S, and I would use my mom's iPhone, which was like one better than mine. But either way, all of my photos I took on my iPhone and they turned out great. I'll post some examples here. This picture is from Cuba. Here is Ghana. A pic from Morocco, Portugal, and lastly, my friend in Miami. Tip number two, and honestly, this is the number one tip hands down after you have a phone, you need to have a selfie stick tripod. This right here is my best mother effing friend. I've had her for like a couple of years now. My mom first got it, I think on our trip to Cuba, and I was like, oh, I need this. I've had it for about 3 years now. I will put the link to the exact one that I got off of Amazon below. It's still just as sturdy as the first day I bought it. So it's a selfie stick, you see? So I can also take selfies or like videos when I'm walking around or doing vlogs, but it is also a tripod. If you guys can see. I think it's about like 2 feet tall total. Your phone fits right in it perfectly, and it fits up to like pluses as well. I see it stretches super easy, keeps it sturdy as well. And here, if you look closely, you can adjust it for it to have an angle at whatever you're looking at, and you can then twist it to tighten it. Yeah, so I love this. It has really gotten me far in a lot of my pictures. I'll post them now. So here are some pics from Cuba, taking pictures at the beach. I also have some group pictures in Portugal, as well as some of these pics from Morocco. I love these a lot too. I will say sometimes it's a bit embarrassing doing pictures like by yourself or like setting up a tripod and people are kind of looking at you, but like forget them. You're gonna get those flicks and they're gonna look fantastic. I forgot to mention, it has a LOL, the most important part. This has a remote to it, a Bluetooth remote. So you click it to take your pictures, and that's perfect. So yeah, this is like my number one travel partner when I go anywhere. I always bring this with me. And then kind of like since I started kind of vlogging and I invested more in like a camera and all of that, I also upgraded my tripod. This one is the Gorilla Joby Gorilla tripod, like the least expensive one. So honestly, between the two of these, I would bring both on any trip. This one works very well, better I would say on flat surfaces, as well as it gets a lot taller than this one. However, if you're like, you want some weird funky angles, this will be your best friend because it bends like around anything. As well as it has this part, I usually use this for my camera, but it also has a phone attachment to it, and it has a leveler. So it's really cool to know if your video or your pictures are straight or not. All right, moving on. Tip number 3, you want to search for locations, like for photo ops, search them up before you go so you know exactly where they are. Instagram's your best friend, so is Google. But for me, for example, when I went to Colombia, there is this one street that my travel partners were telling me about that have these really pretty colorful umbrellas. I'll put that here so you guys can see. Here are the umbrellas. And we were trying to figure out where it was, you know, we're Googling it and we can't find it. But then I go on Instagram and you kind of search a little bit, find the hashtag for it, and we found where the street was and took our own cute pictures here. Super cute. So I say make sure you utilize the internet. Internet's your best friend, social media is your best friend for finding those perfect photo ops for yourself. So going on to number 4, when you're taking your pictures, you want to do a few test shots. You want to set up the frame of exactly what you're looking for, or go in do some test shots, look to make sure that the angle and the background is perfect, and you can go back and take your pics. Tip number 5 with taking pictures, sometimes I'm not really sure like what I want to do or like certain moves and things like that, so I take a video. This also can produce higher quality. If you go in your settings and change your phone, you can produce video to 4K, which is like the highest like definition. So I'll take videos of myself and then I screenshot them to get those perfect images. And those are really cool to get like in motion videos if you don't have, maybe you don't want the timer to be showing in there, maybe you're doing something with your hands. Taking the video allows you to get really creative and it broadens your range and the kind of pics that you want to capture. Okay, that was my last tip. You guys are awesome. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you go check out my pictures that I've taken through my Instagram as well as my photo blog. Those links are below, and leave a comment about your favorite one. Let me know how you guys like this video, and yeah, share with someone who you think might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe and like. See you guys next week.